The Edmonton Oilers would like to select with their first pick, Connor McDavid.
A guy that's going to bring a lot to our franchise.
Look at that move by McDavid. Taylor hauls in. Shot, scores. McDavid scores. Bangerang. A shot, he scores. Hall into the top corner. Look at that move. Oh, baby.
Taylor Hall's a human highlight reel. That's what he is.
When you have the foot speed that he does, I think that's going to be his meal ticket.
There's a glimpse of not what is, but what will be.
BioSteel Camp 4-on-4 tournament, Game 1. Connor McDavid and Oiler teammate Taylor Hall playing on Team Camilleri, taking on the defending champions, Team Seguin. Skating on a line together, Hall and McDavid 2-on-0 from the neutral zone. McDavid slides it over to Hall, who buries McDavid's 76 assists last season with the Erie Otters. Then McDavid gathers the loose puck, blows by Oilers teammate Darnell Nurse, but is denied by Bruins prospect Malcolm Subban. Later, another odd man rush. Hall over to McDavid. He finds the back of the net. 44 goals in 47 games for McDavid in junior last year. McDavid, the first overall pick by the Oilers since 2010. Stopped on the first chance, but dangles his way here to another goal. McDavid 3 points and a 4-1 victory in that one. Game 4 went to a shootout. Hall 0 for 2 last season in the shootout with the Oilers. Misses the net here. BioSteel Camp teammate Max Domi next to shoot. He scores, sending Team Camilleri to the final. Championship game tied at 1. Rafi Torres feeds Camilleri. He beats Malcolm Subban to make it 2-1. Late in the game now, McDavid breaks loose here on a breakaway, but puts the backhand just over the bar. Despite the miss, Team Camilleri takes home the BioSteel Cup. After the game, McDavid spoke about playing with teammate Taylor Hall.
We were good together. It's obviously a lot of fun to play with a guy like that. He's got a lot of talent, so if you give him the puck, he's going to do something good every time. I think we're both just fast players, and that can be scary for a defender if both guys are going that fast. So I think that certainly helps. Everyone was really good guys. I think that's the beauty of the hockey world is everyone's good, or everyone is good guys, and you have something to talk about always. And I think it was good to get to meet a couple of the Oiler guys, Luke Gazdic and Taylor Hall, and get to know those guys a little bit better.
We found hockey in August. Welcome to Tim Hortons That's Hockey. I'm Kelsey Bray, joined by the Daves, Poulin and Reed. And boy, did Oiler fans get a little bit of a taste what Oilers hockey may be like this upcoming season with McDavid and Hall slotted together on the first line. He hasn't played a single game in the NHL, but will he be on the top line in Edmonton when the season starts?
Well, I'm going to start with Taylor Hall. Taylor Hall did a really smart thing this week. He skated on a line, obviously, with Connor McDavid, and he told everybody what great chemistry they had, how good they were together. Connor McDavid was saying the same thing. Really funny. What I think is going to happen here, is he going to be the first-line center for the Edmonton Oilers is the question. I think what's going to happen is Coach McClellan is going to have a decision to make very similar to a decision that was made in the early 1980s. And he's going to have 4-star players. He's going to have Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Taylor Hall, Jordan Eberle, and Connor McDavid. And he's going to have to decide which two fit together. Who said at first Gretzky went with Curry and Messi went with Anderson? Well, they looked to be pretty good pairs, and they filled in whoever they did along the wing. But I think that's the way this plays out. On a given night, one is the first-line center. On a given night, the other one's the first-line center. Who's the first-line center in Pittsburgh? On a given night, it's Malkin. On a given night, it's Crosby.
Yep.
Well, I think with all due respect to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, you've got to put him as the #1 center to start. But by the time this season ends, I think you're going to see Connor McDavid step up to be the #1 center with the Edmonton Oilers. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins had 56 points last season, and I suspect that Connor McDavid will get 60 points. Everybody says, what do you think he's going to do? I think he's going to have a fantastic year. I think 60 points is probably the low bar for Connor McDavid. Yes, a lot of people think it's high, but if he does that, there's no question that he could become the #1 center. But you just cannot give him the #1 center job right away. Puli, I like the way you talked about using him as a 1A, 1B. That's going to kind of smooth things over with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. But at the end of the day, Connor McDavid is an elite player. And he was being called a generational player for a reason, because he's going to step in. He's going to be an impact player. And I would suspect by the end of the year, he'll be #1.
And it'll be very interesting to see in his short time there when he experiences growing pains and how he handles them, because so far in his junior career, he didn't really experience that many growing pains.